let this thing move. One second. Yeah, whatever. It's all good. Okay, fine. Let's start looking at ETH. What's going on with Billy? Let me look at Billy. Let's look at what Billy's doing. Let's look at what Billy's up to. Billy's not bad actually. That's a pretty good graph actually. That's not that bad. I mean, it's had a bit of a pullback, that's for sure, and it's people have taken profits on this quite aggressively, but it's rejecting off the weekly open, which is pretty good. My only worry with Billy at the moment. Second, let me just look at this. The only problem I have with Billy at the moment is that the fact that it's broken underneath the 50-day EMA. That's a bit of a problem. But it doesn't look that bad. This could definitely recover. It's just going into consolidation phase at the moment. It's had its little pump up, pulled back, and it's just creating a new cluster. If this can hold between those two levels, if it can hold between if you can hold the base of 0.03879, then this is fine. This is still very bullish, this graph. Let's go Atom thoughts. Yeah, let's look at Atom. Let's look at what Atom's up to. Yeah, Atom looks very good. That's a super bullish graph. I would not be worried about that at all. At all. The only time you should really start worrying about this is you know, look, I really do think if you go to my page, there's a video about where I think the Bitcoin market is going. I genuinely believe that there might be a bit of a pullback, right? There might be a bit of a pullback, but that pullback, I think that pullback will cause a aggressive recovery, and then I think it's gonna be somewhat boring up until January. I think January, February, and March are going to be wild times for Bitcoin and all other type of altcoins. That's my opinion anyway. That's what I'm thinking. So I would say that yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. A lot of people were talking about, you know, what's really interesting and what's really funny is that a lot of people were talking about how there was going to be an aggressive crash. I mean, why are those people not talking anymore? I love how those things can change. I told you, like if the economic aspects are not there for it to show that. I mean, don't get me wrong, the 10-year yield bonds are still worrying, but you know what's really interesting, right? Is that did you read that report in the New York Times where they stated that you know, the Vivek Varaswamy, I think that's his name, is wrote this essay about how to reduce the cost of of future spending of the US. And when that was published, what's wild is that the 10-year yield went down by 3%. If you can understand what that means, that is a $15 billion reduction. Like, this is what it means. It's now relevant and understanding that what is going to happen, and hopefully they can reduce this cost of spending and the dead weight that's in the government. If that can be done, then January, February, March, you know, that feeling of a pullback might actually take until the end of the year, genuinely. Even if the market does not recover, I think that Bitcoin and all those kind of things will recover quite aggressively. That's what I'm thinking. Can avocado recover? I think so. Yeah, why not? There's a good team behind it. The people who are involved in it are good. You know, what's really difficult is that when there isn't a social media presence or someone on that level that's working on a project like that, it's harder to get that traction. You know what I mean? You'll get a lot of pump and dumps when it works in that level. You know, unlike other projects where you know the people who are doing it are there pushing it every single day. That's what the key factor of all of this is, and that's what I think that is going to be very important. Where are we going? Up very fast is the way. Depending on what you're talking about, but yeah, I think so. Some things can be that way, but I still want, and I still believe that there should be I still think and I believe there should be a pullback in Bitcoin. I really do think so. I really do think that there should be something on that level where that is going to happen. But every time I look at it, it feels like it doesn't want to do that. We'll see. We'll see what New York Open is going to do. That New York Open is going to have a enormous effect on everything that to do with this industry, for sure. That's going to be extremely important. One second. One second. One second. So 1 second, guys. Just trying to sort something out at the moment. All right. Okay. There we are. We're back. We're back. All right. Thoughts on okay. Are there still liquidations 100K for? Yes, there are. There's most definitely are. That factor there is going to be a real effect on see, I think there's two areas of there's two areas where these exchanges can play. That's why where we are at the moment is in a bit of a no man's land at the moment. Like, you know, 85 isn't that far away. Do you know what I mean? And there are some serious liquidations there. Serious liquidations. But the thing is that the exchanges can only do so much. They can only get these things moving down so much. So it's a factor of understanding what's going to happen on that. 1 second. Yeah. It's a factor of what's going to happen in those areas. It really is dependent on some factors where, because when Bitcoin dips, institutions buy because they're buying the dip. But what's really interesting is that it's just not being able to get to that higher level. But the New York session is going to be very interesting. Let me look at QNT. Let's see what QNT is up to. See what Q and T is up to. Let's see. QNT is well, it's still holding. Yeah, if you guys can smash the heart button, the like button, if we can get this above the 10,000, that would be absolutely wild. I know it's a lot to ask from you guys, but that would be absolutely amazing. It would really help the whole thing, and then you could get people to subscribe to the channel as well. That would be even better. Quant is slightly worrying. That's a slightly worrying graph because it looks like it's broken trend. And that would mean that this thing, yeah, this is broken trend. Oh dear. This could go down towards the $83 mark. There's nothing holding it from going down to there. That's not good. Let me look at something. Let me look at something. One second. Yeah, look. So Quant could, has two areas here, which is that's really annoying. But because I'm in Quant as well, that's really annoying. Quant could go down, and it's most definitely going to touch this 21-day EMA, which is around the 84 level. But it could also have a deeper pullback towards the 75 as well. This all depends on how the New York session is going to open. That New York session is going to be really important for where the outcome of this is going to be. Oh yeah, your question about the liquidations at 100K. Yeah, there are a lot of liquidations there. But there's also a lot of sell orders there as well. That's the wild part about it. It's like we have to see how quickly these things balance each other out. Can you look at the Ondo chart? Yes, of course. Let's look at the Ondo chart. What's this? Oh, what's that? All right, so let's look at Ondo here. Yeah, let's see what Ondo's up to. Ondo's still looking very bullish, man. That's a super bullish. That's a really bullish graph. It's holding trend really well. Yeah, it's holding trend really well. It's above a key area, and it's flipped that is into support. Ondo is about to send, man. Ondo is $1.5 next level. If Bitcoin starts to recover quite aggressively from Ondo, is going to go very aggressively up. Again, let's see what the New York session has. I just wish that Bitcoin can just have its pullback and then just get going. Like, it's this sort of indecision aspect is so annoying because you have no real direction of where these things are going. There's a few alts that are looking very good and positive, but it's just not what I expect it to be doing. That's the most annoying part of it. This thing should be doing a lot better, and it's just not. It's not. What is that? It's just not doing what it should be doing. It's just playing around a little bit, and that's really frustrating. I need to understand how we can stop that from happening. But it's still very bullish graph. It's very bullish at the moment. Any hints for SoulCat tomorrow? I don't know Any hints for SolCat? I don't know what SolCat. I don't know what hints. What hints? I don't know what hint you're talking about. Is that why you're not passing it? Sorry? Richard, ask that question again in full. I don't quite understand. Guys, thank you so much for SolCat hint for tomorrow. I don't know what that is, man. I don't know what SolCat is. I think you're going into some of smaller AI coins. AI Tech. AI Tech. VXV, CTI, etc. Any thoughts? Thanks. All right, let's go one by one on that. I have a lot of time, so I'm going to give everyone some time at the moment. AI Tech. Let's look what AI Tech is doing. AI Tech. AI Tech looks... That graph... Oh, yeah, I looked at this yesterday. This graph is very sendy, right? I call it sendy because it really looks like this thing. Like the next level on this, if Bitcoin starts to play ball, it's like an 87% up. Where it's settling, I might actually buy some of this. That looks really interesting. AI Tech. Interesting. That's a good coin. Good pick, man. I like that. That's a very good pick. Let's look at VXV. Let's look at VXV. I mean, I don't know too much about the tokenomics of the coin, but the TA looks beautiful. VXV looks less good. That's a less good chart, but I do like that V-shaped recovery, which is nice. But it's rejected of those the 200-day EMA and MA, which means that there could be some level of resistance here. The gap between those needs to open up a little bit before this. This might have a bit more of a ranging play on this for a while before this goes. This might take a bit of time to move. Let's look at that. The 4-hour looks good, but the day it means that it's going to take a bit of time for this to move. Still a good coin though. Graph looks pretty good. That recovery looks very, very good, but this might take some time to move. And what was the other one? CTI. CTI. Let's see what CTI is up to. Let's look what CTI is up to. CTI also, that looks like a really good graph. This also looks pretty sendy. This has a bit of a sendy vibe to it. This could run quite aggressively, and it looks like it's gearing up to a squeeze here. Those type of graphs are very, very bullish graphs that you see right now. This most probably though will test the 21-day EMA. So this will probably go down to the 0.016555 area. 0.16483. I think it's going to go there, test that, and then see how it reacts off from that point. If this starts coiling back up again, and if it settles above the 0.019228, if it settles around there, this is a go on this coin. Watch what this does, because these type of coins can sometimes trick you. It could look great on the graph, but it could trick you. You know what I mean? Right. FatCat graph. Yeah, the graph of FatCat is that perfect triangle. Like, that's such a bullish triangle. It's wild, man. That is a squeeze for an explosion up. I'm telling you. That's what it looks like. That looks like it is about to... Like, if anyone trades on TA, that is a proper TA graph. Like, I'm telling you. Like, I could see this thing going up to the 2 million mark for sure. soon. Soon. Especially as there's going to be lives with Alex Costa and the owner of Soba Coin. I'm not going to say his name because it can sometimes be miscalculated on lives as it being a different, like a swear word. Pendle. Let's see what Pendle's up to. I have a very, very large bag of Pendle. Has it done anything? Is there any movement? Come on. Load up. Whoa! That rejection is a bit annoying. Pendle, it just keeps getting rejected at this level. It is going to break through. I have no doubt that it's going to break through. Eventually, this thing is going to break through. And the thing is, the way it's tried so many times, it is actually wild. It's actually wild how many times this has tried to break through there. It's actually wild. And the thing is, the longer this goes, the longer this thing is going to, it is going to go parabolic. I mean, I would not be surprised if the wick goes up to all-time high. It's going to be a movement like that. The good thing is it's rejecting off the 21-day EMA, which is great. This is just a rejection. See how this does further rejection on the 1-day, 21-day, and see what happens from there. But this is a breakout of that downward channel, and it's bounced off the upward trend line. This is a bullish graph, really, really bullish graph in my opinion. All right, happy Thanksgiving all. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh man, am I doing a stream on Thanksgiving? If you guys need to go and see your families, go for it. Honestly, I'll be here holding the fort for you guys. We're at 10K likes now. Thank you so much, Richard. I got a feeling that's all you. That is all you. If everyone else can also chip in. Come on, let's get this to 20,000 so we can get 100 people in here, if that's even possible. At this time. It's probably is it even morning? It's really early morning in the US. Let's see what happens on that side. What would be awesome is if Alex Costa could share the live. That would be amazing. Wait, what just happened? Why is there a cat? What just happened? All right. You guys saw that as well, right? You saw that as well. It wasn't just me. I'm not losing my mind, right? Anyway, whatever. It's all good. Uniswap. Let's look at what Uni is up to. Uni. Let's see what Uni's up to. Yeah, Uni's still very bullish, man. That's a super bullish graph. That's a super bullish graph. I mean, yeah, this pullback is just, there's gonna be a heavy continuation of from there. This might actually be a good point to put some money into Uniswap, Yeah, might be a good time to actually do that. Uni looks very, very good at the moment. I mean, it could potentially come down a bit more to the $11.38. But this looks, I mean, if the New York opens strong and Bitcoin starts pumping from there, that pump up could most definitely, if that thing moved all those, this coin is going to go quite parabolic. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much, Anina. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm here. It was all me. Thank you so much, Richard. I know it's all you. Can anyone else please hit the like button? It would be wild if we could hit the like button. It would be just such an amazing, pretty, incredible situation if that can be done. Which AI tech? Oh, is there a few other ones? I mean, wait 1 second. Which AI tech am I looking at? Everyone that is watching that aren't subscribers, please press and follow the channel. That would be absolutely amazing. Yeah, I'm just looking at the. I just looked at AI Tech spot on BitGet. Right? Is that the one? Which AI Tech are you talking about, True Northwest? The one on BitGet looks very bullish. That's a super bullish graph. Alvarez, do you think this is time for alternating Bitcoin into ETH until January? I've done something slightly different. I've alternated it into Solana. That's what I did. I feel like Solana is going to give a better return than Ethereum, because the way I think about it is this, right? I think that memes are going to be one of the biggest things in this run when this actually rotates back into the altcoins. And I think memes are going to run very hard. And when memes run very hard, the ones that are going to be running the most are going to be on the Solana chain. And Solana is going to have an aggressive jump from there. I think there is a lot of synergy that will push Solana to get to the next stage. That's what I'm thinking. And I think all Solana memes, including FatCat, are going to go to a different planet. That's what I'm thinking for sure. That's what I think is going to happen. That's what I think is going to move from. And I think that is the ultimate goal of where things are going to be going. That's my thought on this matter. That's genuinely what I think. I think there's a lot that's going to be moved, and that's why I've opted for Solana than ETH. That's what I'm thinking. Might be wrong. Be good to see what other people are thinking on that science. Thoughts on Radium? Let me look at Radium. All right, let's look at Radium. Radium, like, it's pretty good. Don't get me wrong. Radium does look pretty good at the moment. I like the fact that it's rejecting off the 21-day EMA. That's really bullish. That bullish behavior is very strong. But it has, God, this could put. Let me look at the 4 hour. Yeah, the problem is the 4 hour has lost the 50-day EMA. That is a slight problem. Yeah, that is a slight problem. Radium could definitely go down to around the 4.7, 4.7, let's say 4.75. Around that area, I think it could definitely go to 4.75. Yeah. It could potentially go down there. It's a bit worrying. Watch this carefully. See how if it can hold that 21-day EMA on the 1 day. That's really important. Rez, how is Nub going? What do you think? And Jinan the cat, just a look. My most meme is FatCat. Thank you so much. FatCat is looking pretty bullish at the moment. You know, it's what's really cool is that we're cleaning out all of the jitters, the small little people there that are waiting for this to pump aggressively. And imagine what's gonna happen when we do a live with Alex Costa and the owner of Soba, like he and Soba, the creators of those, it's gonna be pretty good. I hope. Let's see. That's why I'm doing an extra long stream today to see what happens and what we can do and where we can go with it. Right, where are we right now? Oh, you said Nub. Right, let me see what Nub is up to. I mean, I bought some when you talked about it. I have no idea where it is though. It's Nub doing. Yeah. Tired. Right. My God, that is a what's with that wick, man? That wick is wild. What is with that wick on nub? My lord, that is a that's a 51% wick. I mean, I think it still could do well. It's just ranging within its band at the moment. That was a aggressive false breakout, but that ranging is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I mean, it's still, at least it's still holding above the 21-day EMA. And if everyone here can also press a like, that would be very much appreciated, man. Let's get this to a ridiculous level. I wouldn't look. It's not a bad graph, that's for sure. It's not. I wouldn't say it's terrible. I mean, I do like that it's above all the EMAs on the 4 hour. That's very positive, and it's jumping off the midpoint of the range, which is also very good. You have to see it where this candle settles. So where this day candle settles is very important. I mean, like, it's come back into the range, so this could potentially pull back a little bit more down, potentially, because that wick is wild. That's a wild wick. That usually indicates a further move down a little, unfortunately. Let's look at Jinan the cat. Jinan. Jinan the cat. All right, let's look at Jinan the cat. Jinan is less good. Jinan is less good, unfortunately. Yeah, Jinan is less. Yeah, it's less good. I think the 2122 area is going to be key for this. If it can't hold that, I'm not too sure if it can, but let's see. If it can't hold that, this is going all the way down to the 1517 area. This is a less positive graph. The problem with this is that there is a trend line, that downward trend line, that it is holding quite aggressively, and it's having trouble breaking that. That there will be a problem, unfortunately. Max 7, that's going to be a bit of an issue. Alex, thank you so much for following me. Should I take out my initials on alt at 2x if it's going to happen soon, or wait for 3x? Depends if you're spot or leverage. If you're leverage, I always take profits from leverage. I never, like, especially right now, there is nothing right now that is giving me confidence to nothing that's giving me confidence to hold or push longs. It is a confused Bitcoin at the moment. That's what I would say. Nina, thank you. Of course, by all measures of aspect, thank you. So appreciate you being here. AI Tech, Solidus AI Tech. Maybe that's a different one. Let me just see. Let's have a look. Solidus. Okay. Let's look at this one. Yeah, I think I'm looking at this the same. I mean, the chart looks very similar. Yeah, it still looks good. Look, when there is this, the thing is, though, there is a bit of an inefficiency wick on that. That's not very good. But usually when there are these big wicks that happen, this is a continuation up, and then it might come back, and it might come back and take out this inefficiency wick. So at the moment, Solidus AI Tech looks bullish. It looks very bullish, right? So this could very well send up to the 0.194 area, and then it could come down, and I would say most probably could come down and take that wick out. But for the short term, I think this is a very bullish graph. Jason, thank you so much for coming. 2x at that live. Yeah, I know, right? For sure, it's definitely going to. Oh my God. Like a live with even just with Alex Costa is going to be on another level. On another level. Just can you imagine it, honestly? With his lot that have is and he's talking about another coin that is similar to his one, going through the same motions. Oh man. What are you talking about? Wild, wild, wild. All right, let's look at what Mumu is doing. I have a good bag of Mumu as well. Oh wow. Okay, I need to clean this graph up a little bit. When you do tier analysis, sometimes you can get carried away with this stuff. That's for sure. All right, so let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, okay. Where are we right now? On Mumu. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's get this trend line moving. Technically, it's still an upward trend on Mumu. We're still developing higher lows, and it's just developed a higher low again. So it's developed a higher low, a higher low, a higher high, a higher high. What's important is that it might touch the 4759 area, and from there this could go aggressively high again. Unfortunately, again, it is going to depend on whether Bitcoin can make its mind up. Like, I want it to just make its mind up. Are you going down or up? Pick one. Like, pick one. Don't just do nothing. Do you know what I mean? It's just nothing, nothing on nothing at the moment. One day it's green, one day it's red. One day it's green, one day it's red. That's the real problematic factor of what's happening right now. All right, where are we now? I don't have Jinan. I was just looking at it. Yeah, look, that could potentially go down a little bit more. Everyone here, guys, let's try and get it to 20,000. If we can get to the 20,000, see, every time we do it, more people will join, and TikTok will like that. We need to appease the TikTok gods. I don't. Yeah, what I said is that that's got to be a key thing to do. Randy, about what you said, yes, there is going to be. It's the same deal as yesterday. I don't want to announce it just in case, but anyone that does it within this period until the end of the day, I think I'm going to do it that way because Dan the Dan is starting to get a bit. I think I'm just getting abuse from him now, so it's going to be announced tomorrow, right? So it'll be coming in. So anyone that does it today, that's it, and you can Rand, you can write it on the stream as well. So if anyone wants to read it, they can see it, and I'll pin that comment, and we can go from there. But if you send it to Dan the Dan, you guys will see, and one person will get double the amount that they put in. So half for one. Do you think we've missed the boat with Tia? Let's look at Tia. Let's look at Tia. Look, I wouldn't say you missed the boat on anything at this present moment because we really do not know what Bitcoin is going to do. Understand this, right? If Bitcoin decides all of a sudden to start going down and taking out that $85,000 mark, all of these coins are going to have aggressive pullbacks, right? A lot of people think that, oh, well, when Bitcoin finally goes down, alts are going to go crazy. I don't think that's yet. I think that will happen after Bitcoin pumps to the next level. I think Bitcoin needs to hold that 100K mark before alts start really moving. I think that's what's going to need to happen. I really do think that's what's going to happen, and that's what the end result of this is going to be. Really, that's what my thought is. But no, I don't think you've missed a boat on Tia at all. To be honest, if Bitcoin starts, what is Bitcoin doing at the moment? It's like New York has opened up right now, so let's see what is it playing right now. Like, it's literally doing nothing. It's amazing. Like, it's literally doing nothing. Like, it's still in the good area. I wouldn't say you've missed a boat. Look, I mean, I'm gonna tell you one thing. Kia, I would not be surprised if it doesn't go up to all-time highs. Just at the beginning of this, man. That's what, 150% up. Yeah, you might have missed the what percentage is it? You might have missed the 50% move, but it's still 150%. Just, we have to see what Bitcoin does before we do anything on that side. If Bitcoin keeps chopping, does that make Bitcoin dominance drop an alt season start? Maybe. You know what will do that is if USDT starts chopping. It's not Bitcoin per se, it's the movement of what USDT does. Is how much of that movement of USDT goes up and then goes in, up and in. That movement up and down is what's going to cause this money going into alts, because that's the indication that people are selling and putting it into something else. That's what you need to look at. Z, thank you for sharing the live. That means a lot. Is TikTok making it difficult? It's TikTok is making it difficult. Yeah, tell me about it. How far do you think ADA will go with this bull run? Let's look at ADA. Let's look at ADA. Let's look at ADA. God, a lot of these altcoins are at such key levels. It's actually a joke. Like, they're at real key levels at the moment. Yowza. And it worries me because if Bitcoin starts doing its little kerfuffle, if it starts doing its little like wobble, that wobble is going to cause all of these things to lose a lot of confidence. You know, I could definitely see ADA going down to the 0.8 mark. I wouldn't be surprised if it's going to go there, but ADA can go very high. Look, things like this, the reason why ADA is pumped so hard, why XRP is pumped so hard, and H bar and all that kind of stuff, is because of the potential thought of this thing, like their leaders and their institutions being involved in the actual US government, right? If those things come out to not be true, that is going to cause a bit of a problem. That's what I'm going to tell you. That's going to cause a real problem. All of these things will start tanking quite aggressively if that doesn't come out to be the case. I have dollars put aside. I think I might wait to see if Bitcoin, there's a pullback on Bitcoin. Yeah, there could be. Look, there really could be. This is the thing. There really could be something on that level that's happening. With Bitcoin. Like, if it does happen, I wouldn't think too much of Bitcoin. I would start looking into alts. You might have a potential. You might have a potential where you might be able to get into alts at an amazing price. That's what I'm thinking. I genuinely think that's what could potentially happen. One second. One second. Yeah, so that's where, sorry, I'm just messing around with something else as well. What are your thoughts on near? Let me have a look at near. Near, I have a very large bag of near. As I said, I think it's like 5% of my portfolio, but I bought quite well on near. Yeah, I have like my near. I bought near at 4.564. That was my buy point for near. So I'm still up. I think near's gonna do some wild things. Yeah, I'm really up on near. I think it's gonna do all-time high easily, and I think a good 5-10x on this. I think 10x on this is very, very possible when things go to that level. That's my thought anyway. What are some of your top a few high conviction plays in terms of gains in this bull run? You mean from now? From now, I think genuinely any meme coin right now has the potential to really push this thing to another level, right? I really do think that things are looking very, very bullish on that angle. And meme coins, you're gonna see them being at $10 billion market caps, because what's going to happen is that meme fever is going to go on. Like people in the news are going to start to understand and hear that, oh my god, these people have fully have made these millions of dollars from memes, and they're going to hear the names of those memes and they're going to buy those. So memes, definitely you have to have a good exposure to memes, that's for sure. I would then also say that 1 second, what's going on here? I would then also say that layer ones are going to do some real good things as well, like some of the older ones. So if I was going to say a few, I would, apart from Sol, I think Tia is going to do some mad things, right? I think Tia's going to do, I think there's a 10x in Tia for sure. I think Pendle's going to do very well. I think Pendle has about a 5, I would say 5 to 8x in that level. What's going on here? Why are you not working? Okay, what's going on here? Yeah, I think Pendle's going to do something. I think I would say, $35 to $40 on this is possible if this wins the RWA, because the RWA is going to be a fully one person takes all type of aspect, right? That fully one person takes all type of aspect is what's going to dictate what happens with this. And if that happens and Pendle wins, that $60 is definitely possible for Pendle. I like Tau. Tau looks very good. I think Arbitrum is a no-brainer because they're going to be coming up to a specific factor is launching on Arbitrum that's going to make its transactions a lot quicker. Near is very good. There's a lot of them out there, man. A lot of them are going to do very, very well. That's what I would say. There's a whole bunch of them. Coinbase are delisting CeeLo in January due to it migrating seller hold. Ooh. Look, it depends on how much news that generates. If things in the crypto market, it's all really dependent on what comes out in the news. The only issue I have with CeeLo right now is I'm looking at the graph, and that's a bit of a worrying graph. I mean, it's caused a kind of W, but I wouldn't really call that a W because it's not at the same level. Yeah, I wouldn't call that a W formation. Kind of W formation. That rejecting off the top could mean that this could come down a little bit more, especially down towards the 0.72. Depends how high up you are, man. If that is going to go to another level, then I would be very, very much thinking that there is a chance. There is a chance that this will go down. If delisting events are usually not very good for coins. Yeah, that's what I'm going. What I mean going into alts if there's a Bitcoin pullback. Yeah, I mean it would be the buy of the century if it gets to that, because you're literally buying at you'll be buying at a point where a lot of alts have come back to where they've been settling in for months, and then in January I think January is going to be very very bullish for January and February are going to be very bullish for crypto. It's my thought. I bought near then to 25% of my bags. Yeah, I think did I tell you to buy it there? Maybe, I don't know. A lot of people bought it there when I was talking about it. But yeah, you're so up. You're so up, man. And if it's on spot, there are these sorts of where everyone's saying, oh, the bull runs over, or this and that and everything else like that. It's always the same talk, always. Until something is just up always and things are going crazy, then they're like, oh yeah, but now it's good. Now it's good. There, it's up always, right? And then when there's a settle, then that settle comes to a point where everyone's like, oh no, but I'm not bullish. Everything's over. It's finished. Looks like BTD is struggling to break around the 50. Yeah, it's going to happen. Look, I genuinely think this is how I think it's going to happen, right? This is my thought is what's going to happen. I wouldn't say it's suffering that hard. It's just rejecting of a certain open. I think this is going to come down towards the 57.7 arc. I really do think it's going to test that area and then aggressively reject off it. And that aggressive reject. So what I think could happen is I think that there might be a more of a aggressive pullback in Bitcoin, which will bring Bitcoin dominance down to this resistance area. Then as it breaks the 85,000 mark, this will reject off and Bitcoin will shoot up above the 100,000, and then this will start to break through that resistance zone, because there's some heavy resistance here. 57.7% is a very strong resistance. There's a trend line and the 200-day EMAs are there. It's not going to be easy to break that from this point forward. Yeah, I mean, like there's that AI tech looks pretty good. You need to start You need to start looking for coins that haven't run yet. That's the best way to do it. The ones that have been consolidating for a while, for a long period, and then that haven't run yet, and when it starts to run, then that's where you make your gains. But you might have another chance, Alex. I'm telling you that now. You might have another chance to get into these coins. That's for sure. Guys, if we can get this to 20,000, I think that's going to be very, very good. Because it's our viewership is going up, and it's the first one I'm doing it. So I think that could be very, very useful if we can do that. Where are we going? Thank you for the... Oh yeah, FatCat, like it. Nice. Shiba is looking good. Let me just see what Shiba looks like. Shiba. Yeah, Shiba looks pretty good. Shiba does look pretty good, I must say. It's forming a very similar formation to FatCat, funny enough. And that's a very sandy. That looks like it's gonna shoot up. But again, I know I keep repeating this thing, and it's gonna get boring. But it really is dependent on what Bitcoin is. It can finally make a decision. Just make a decision. It's literally doing nothing. It's doing nothing. And the US is open, so it's really strange that that's the case. Really, really strange that's the case. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see what's going on. See what's happening on that side. But yeah, if the FatCat giveaway is still going on, half a soul of FatCat, and you'll get 1 soul worth of basically you know, $200 worth of FatCat. Right. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? What's my favorite Solana meme coin? Ooh, I mean, it's going to be a bit of a cop out, but I would say Pepe. You know, apart from Pepe, I really like Andy. I think Andy is a real sleeper coin, right? I think Andy is going to run side by side with Brett. Genuinely, I really do think so. I think those two are going to be the ones that are going to be fighting it out, because there's some serious things about going on behind that coin, and it's treating me really well, that coin. I've had some real good returns from that. I've been in it since the 5 million mark, and I think that there is a lot of potential in that coin for sure. Ondo price prediction. Let me see. Ondo is a hard one. I think that there's a 5 to 7x in Ondo. If look, the thing is, RWA is, again, it's a battle between which one is going to win that fight, and I think it's genuinely between Pendle and Ondo. Those two are the ones that are fighting it out at the moment to see which will be the winner. My bags. I mean, I've played around with Ondo with some leverage plays. Don't get me wrong, but my biggest bags are in Pendle. But I got in Pendle at a hilarious price, like an actual hilarious price. I got in. What's going on here? Why are you being annoying? 1 second. I'll tell you when I got into Pendle. Sol's looking good as well. Let's look at Pendle. Let's look at Pendle. Yeah, I mean, like, I got in at Pendle like way down here. I think it was at the $3.50 mark or the $3 mark, around that level. I got in. I was talking about it back then. Remember, I was talking about this thing back then. So I'm 2x already, and I like all-time high is definitely going to be hit by this thing. Like, it's really trying to break that level, and that $7.50 mark is going to be hit. What it will do from there, I'm not too sure, but I still think that this is a $35 coin. That's what I'm thinking. And on the, I'd say, yeah, an easy 5x, I would say. Turbo and Hoppy still have room. Yeah, Turbo is good. I still have a bag of Turbo. Only a 1% hold, not too much, but I haven't looked at Hoppy. What's Hoppy up to? Let's see what Hoppy is doing. Let's see what Hoppy is doing. Hoppy. Like Hoppy, unfortunately, I think Hoppy has a bit more room to go down. I think. Yeah, I think this is gonna go down a little bit more, man. Unfortunately, I'll have a look at Turbo in a second as well, but I think it's gonna go down. I would say after the zeros 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 6 area. I think there is going to be make or break for this coin. I liked Hoppy, man. There were some mad gains on this that's happened on this, but it's just having a pullback. This is just, look, I'll tell you one thing, right? Memes usually have 3 pumps in them, right? At minimum, an absolute minimum. I think memes have 3 pumps in them, and the third one is usually when it goes absolutely parabolic. I think if you can get in around that 12.50 mark after the zeros, roughly around that area, If you can get in there and it actually has a rejection of it and starts to reverse, that would be an amazing buy for Hoppy, because you're looking at a purchase that will give you at least 65% upside to it. That's what I think, but we'll see where that goes there. Let's get Turbo. Turbo is being stubborn. It's being very stubborn. Let me see what Turbo's doing here. Yeah, look, look, I'm gonna say something, right? Turbo is that's a very, very bullish move it's done. It's gone down below the 0.5 fib, gained liquidity, came up, and then has done its pullback and gained that area as support. Turbo should be going up from here. I would call that Turbo should be going up from here. What happened with Turbo, unfortunately, is that when there's too many people that leverage play this coin, when they leverage play this coin, it usually loses some liquidity, which will pull it back. That's the problem. When there's liquidity in a coin, that will hold it. But once a lot of people have eaten the liquidity from it, pulled it out and put it to somewhere else, that's what happens to coins when they're in this type of level. That's what I would say. But yeah, for sure. Stock market is in the US close today, and tomorrow is half day until 1 p.m. because of, oh yeah, my god, that's so stupid of me. That is hilarious. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's why there's no movement in anything. Okay, fine. All right. So up until then, it's just gonna be just Sleepy Town. It's gonna be Sleepy Town then. Let's see what happens tomorrow. That's gonna be wild. Because if it's open half day, we're going to see what tomorrow's still going to be a factor on what's going to happen. We will still see what the sentiment is. Because usually what might happen, I think, is that might be a bit of a pump up, and then the weekend will be game time with low volume and a lot of playing happening in the industry. That's what I would say for sure. Almost at 20k. Yeah, we are at 20k. Thank you so much, Richard. I'm gonna be saying that is all you, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Do you think it might be that Thanksgiving and that's why the US market isn't pushing? Yeah, it could be all selling. One of the two. Richard Bonaz Jr. You're probably rich. That is a name that sounds very rich, right? Thoughts on LCX? Can it keep the momentum? Let me see. Let's see what LCX is up to. LCX. Let's see what LCX is doing. I mean, that graph is such a good graph. Yeah, I think this. Yeah. You know, LCX, I would say, could potentially be a good leverage play here. LCX could be a potential good leverage play, and you take profits at small little scalp. You take profits at 0.3476. Small little, yeah, 10%. This looks like it's this could be a nice little scalping opportunity. That looks good, that one. Yeah, LCX is looking good right now. But again, we have to see. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate everyone following. Let's try and get as many followers as we can in this live. That would be wild. And don't forget, you know, what we said about the. Anyway, do you think a landfall is a scam? I don't think it's a scam. I don't think it's a scam. I think there's been a breakdown somewhere. That coin has way too much liquidity in it to not be pushing every single angle. Like that coin at one point had so much liquidity in it that no, but because the thing is, what could have happened is that the creator of it could have just got bored, I just took it, his what was in it, and then just left it to do what it needs to do. You know, to get a coin to the next point, you need to keep like pushing, spending, like raiding, doing all those things. And I think he just may have gotten a bit greedy with what he has. You still like Katana? If so, which is the correct one? 3 multiples. Do I still like Katana? Who said I like Katana? I don't know whether. Let's see how fast we can get the likes of 30k likes. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Just sold Cedo 20% up, not much, but a win is a win. A time to go shopping. Were you on leverage? Was that a leverage play that you did? Because if that's the case and you're up 20%, that is, look. When I scalp, I'm happy with 5%, and that sometimes that 5% turns to 10, 20, 30%, right? If you're good. Can you list the correct down? Yeah, I will do. Don't worry. Bepe. What is Bepe up to? What market cap? The thing with Bepe, right? You know, I'm not focusing too much on that side anymore because I've taken all that was on there and put it into investing into the FatCat. So I don't know what they're doing or what the situation is there, unfortunately. Yeah, I did. Sorry. I didn't know what you were talking about there for a second. I did, yeah. Sorry. I'll send it to you. I'll send which one it is in there. Because the thing is, I work on exchanges. That's why. Casper thoughts. I like Casper. I think Casper can do some real things, like real good moves in it, right? There is a lot of potential with Casper. And I think at the current moment where it is, I think we actually might have another chance at this if you haven't gotten in. I think a real good buy zone for this would be around the 14.5 cent area, roughly about the 14.5 cent area. I think this is going to be going to another planet soon. I think so. I'm heavily invested into this. I think there is a lot of movement in this coin, and I think there is a lot of play that can happen on that side. No, spot. I've never done leverage. I'm not that far advanced. Oh my, yeah, good. Good. Yeah, leverage can give you some real sleepless nights. I'll tell you that now for a fact. Thoughts on Aptos? Aptos. Aptos. Got all of these coins, right? Aptos and a few of the other ones. They all are waiting for Bitcoin. This is also looks like it's going to send. When it chills around the 21-day EMA like this, right? I mean, although short term, Aptos is going to go down. I'll tell you that now. Short term, I think a good buyer, it could potentially go down to the 11.8 area, right? All of these coins are just sitting above their 21-day EMA, waiting for Bitcoin to do its move. If it moves up, this is going to pop aggressively. Fantastic, thank you. And if it goes down, it's going to go down, and it will go down towards the $9.6 range. Everything's waiting there, but Aptos looks very good. And the next day range for Aptos is like $19, $19.50. This looks very good as well. This looks very sandy. I wish I was better at leverage because some of your entry points are unreal, right? Sometimes, right? The worlds align, And at that point, when you enter, sometimes it takes an extra day, or sometimes you can be wrong. That's why you put your stop losses in. But sometimes when it hits, oh boy, does it hit! Oh boy, does it go like to another level. And it's those moments where you just sit there going, and like it's a sort of a really, really good feeling, I must say, for sure on that side. But yeah, remember, 0.5, and you have the possibility to get one soul. If you buy 0.5 of FatCat, you get one soul of FatCat. Thank you so much for being the second member of my team, Randy Bob. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so that's where we are. We need to be careful about what happens with USDT dominance. That's what's going to be key in all of this factor. Once that starts playing in that direction, that's where things are going to be moving for sure. I still think it's going to chop for a while. It's almost too good to be true. I watched some of your entry points in yeah, man. You know, some people you know, there are a lot of people that will talk about doing this stuff, and I actually live it day in and day out. And there are people who will talk the game, and just what they do is they build up a large enough community, so when they drop something, it pumps, and then it just retraces aggressively. What I, you know, the coins I'm giving you, they're large coins, you know what I mean? Oh wow, live so early. Yeah, I'm doing a long one today. Today is a long one, so I might take little breaks and see what's going on in between. If you guys have any thoughts or any feelings of what you want to do, what you want me to look at, again, you know, we have the same thing running as yesterday, and we'll see where it goes from there. If you guys have why my comment is being rejected, what do you mean? What do you mean? Max 7, what does that mean? What reject? What comment are you putting in? I don't know. Yeah, so keep that in mind. Let's see what happens there. Remember, send it to Dan, and we will see what goes from there. Oh, is there comments being cut out? That would be interesting. Hello, Nuna. How are you? Thank you for pressing the likes. I wonder if we can get this to 30,000. I wonder if TikTok can see that this live is worth watching. Do you have a target price for Say and Tao during the bull run? That's really difficult. I've been asked that before. It really is difficult to say, because it's Tao, Say, Sui. They're all somewhat similar in as each other. They all have a similar aspect and a similar move and a similar progression, and they're all fighting for the same space. It's going to be high. That's why that's my opinion. I mean, let me look at Say. I like Say a lot, right? Tao's pretty good as well. Like, they're both going to do well. But I really like Say. Say looks like although it's not really done much, but it's none of these things have really done much, but whatever. I think Say, I mean, I would be surprised if Say doesn't do a 10x. That's what I would say. Look, let me tell you. Let me have a look. There's a way of doing a cheeky way of doing this, right? Let me see if I can do this properly. 1 second. It's not going to be 100% correct. There's a way of doing it. Let me see. It's a cheeky way of doing it on a fib retracer. Yeah, $6. 10% is 10x. The reason why I'm saying that, right? The reason why I'm saying that is that what's this one? What's up, John? John Wellen is another cool crypto streamer. Fantastic! Welcome, John. That's amazing. That's so kind of you guys for joining. That means a lot. The reason why I say that, the way you can do it, right? I'll teach you guys how to do this. It's not 100%, right? It's not like guaranteed that this is what the price will get to on any coin. but I'm going to teach you how you guys how you find a level of a prediction on what where a coin could go. So what you go is you go to the right hand side on your trading view and go down, and you will see an A and an L on the bottom. If you like hover over the numbers, you see A and L. On the L is logarithmic. So you put the graph into logarithmic. If you guys want me to slow down, let me know. So you guys can do that, and then I'll move on to the next bit. Right, you go into logarithmic, and then you pull a you set a fib on the screen anywhere, and go on to the settings. The settings is this usually like hexagon with a round inside it. You click on that, and you go down, and you get to right to the bottom. It says set fib levels based on log scale. Then what you do is you pull from the top of the wick all the way down to the bottom of the wick, and then usually the 1.618 is a level, is a guideline where a project could potentially go to. And if you look, that's about a 6x, from now. So say is about a 6x from now. That's what that is. That's a way of looking exit for tomorrow. That's a way of looking at the project. I think that's a good way to see where this could potentially a coin can potentially go. And you can do that to pretty much everything. Sometimes it doesn't work when it's a older coin and it has that previous bull run massive high, but then you could pretty much do it localized. So if you can do it from the beginning of the year to where we are right now, you can pull that logarithmic that way and then go from there. I love FatCat. I got 1 million. Let's go. Damn right. And you won, right? Did you won BTC? Did you win? Were you the one that won? I don't know who won the project, but the same thing is going on today. So if you guys want to enter, you know what to do. Dan. Now what I'm doing with him now is it's the day after he's stating it. There was no real there was no real choice in the matter. It was more like, this is what we're doing. I was like, all right, okay. Actually, let me check what this would look like on FatCat. Funny enough, all right, let's see what this looked like on FatCat. All right, let's put this into the logarithmic. Let's do a fib. All right, and let's make that fib the log. If I do that to FatCat, at this present moment, from where we are right now, is 7.5 million. That's not bad. It's a good day's work. Yeah, roughly 7.5 million at the moment. If you do that with FatCat, that's where a potential of a coin will have it. The reason why you look at the 1.618 is because that there, what is logarithmic and indicated? No, it's a way that a graph is represented. It's really hard to explain, Randy, but so let me explain to you again, Randy, so you can understand. A simplistic way, that's awesome, right? Do you see, if you go on the other, you know where it is. If you go there, you see I've just drew it in front of you, and I did it for you guys there. If you go the way you do it, I'll explain it again. All right, is you go to trading view, you hover over the right numbers, so the numbers on what it is, like what value is that. You go down to the bottom, and on the left hand side you see the log. You know what? I'm going to show it to you this way. This is a good way to show it to you. Yeah. So you go down to the right, you go down to the bottom, and you see an A and an L, right? You go to the L, you click on the L, and that makes the graph logarithmic. Afterwards, change that, right? Because that can give you some false outcomes, or you can keep it. Doesn't really matter. Then you can play around it that way. You then go to the fibs, right? You go to the fib retracement. Is a scale order instead of numerical, normal, or percentile? No. Just normal. It doesn't have to be percentile. Just on the right, you hover over trading view. You know what? If you get onto the you know, I said that it was in 2 places that I'm doing it. If you get onto the other one, I will show you there. In fact, let me see if there's any what people are looking like there, and you'll see. I'll do a very quick thing on there. 1 second. Yeah. Okay. So the way it works, right? I'm gonna tell you guys again. You go on to the right, on the bottom right. Sorry, I was just looking at the other one. Go on to the bottom right. You go into logarithmic. Don't change the percentages. You pick your fib, and you draw the fib from the top wick all the way down to the bottom wick. Just all time, right? But what's really important about this is that when you click on your fib, a little widget should come up where it's like one has got 3 squares, the other one is like the color of it, the other one it says like 2px, and next to it it says settings. It's like this hexagon with a round inside it. You press that, you go all the way down and click on fib levels based on log scale. Right? Once you do that, you will see that the fib will change. Who else teaches these things? No one else will teach you. Yeah, no one will teach you this. Because no one knows about it. Because most people don't actually trade. Most people don't actually trade, man. You know when someone trades, when they actually say something and it actually comes true. You know that thing? You know what I mean? Oh my God. It's actually hilarious. It's actually hilarious. Yeah, so let me change this trajectory to there. Yeah, so actually that's not right either. Let's move this up to here. Yeah. So yeah, you do that and you draw it from the top to the bottom, and then what will happen, really appreciate what you do, go to shoot. Okay, MC, no problem. Everyone else here that wants to understand that. And then what you do is usually an area of resistance for this, and it's sometimes and most of the time dictates where the top of this is going to be of a coin is, and sometimes it can push more. I'm not saying that, but there's usually a very strong rejection of that when you do it this way, is when you get up to the 1.618 level. So that means that say has a 7.1, it can get up to 7.1, 7.2, so about a 10x. That's what I'm thinking. Thoughts on Jupiter? Should I do the same for Jupiter? Do you want to know what I could where it could potentially go to in Jupiter? What do you think? What are you guys thinking? Jupiter's good, by the way. The Jupiter looks very, very promising in thank you so much, Tartot, for following. As many people that can follow and push this channel up, that would be better, because it's always good to, you know, I want to make this one into a nice level as well. Do it on Tau, do it on Tau. Okay, let me do Tau. Let's see what Tau looks like. All right, If anyone else wants me to do it on any of their coins as well. I bet you've never heard that before. That the thing I'm teaching you guys. Never ever have you guys. No one ever actually gets those things. Also, you say can do 10x from current. Yeah, I just did it on say. So it's more than 10x. So it could get to around the $7.3 before it has a aggressive rejection. It could go more. I'm not saying it can't, but that usually is what I go by. When it's a yardstick. If everything looks pretty good, a literal 10x from now, 10 to 12x is possible on that coin. Tau. Let me look at Tau. Let me do that on Tau and let's see where it's going. Okay, let's see what this happens with Tau. Logarithmic. Sometimes when you do it, the numbers get ridiculous. So you just have to take it with a pinch of salt. I think that's the best way to put it. All right. Tau, it says could potentially get to the 6,100. So that is also about an 11 to 12x. 11 to 12x it could go to Tau. So you can mark that 6,100 is an area where this will see heavy resistance. People will be taking wild profit at that level. That's what I would say. Jupiter or Radium. Oof. Look at Radium. I looked at Jupiter. Let's look at Radium. Let's look at Radium. I mean, their graphs look so similar. It's hard to pick between the two. Have exposure to both. Don't just pick one. I would say have exposure to both. That's what that's what I would do. I mean, it's your own choice, obviously, but that would be my thought. Would you say Pendle is still a good call from your? I mean, it's had a bit of a pullback. I mean, it's just ranging at the moment, man. Look, Pendle had a really good pump up, and it just couldn't hold that area, and it's coming down. I think it will come down to, I would say, at lowest around the 5.149 area, maybe the 5.194, around that area. I think it'll come, depending on what Bitcoin is going to do. Although what I would say is that let me do it on Pendle, for example. I'll show you what Pendle could potentially get to if we do it that way. What its potential value it could go to. Because when I did it last time, I was like, can that be right? I'll tell you. Look at this one. When you do Pendle. Look, because when you do Pendle this way, Pendle pulls out $200. I'm not saying that it's like 1 second. Like, I'm not saying that it's 1 second. I'm not saying that it's gonna get there, but that's what comes out. I mean, we're talking wild numbers if it gets there, but you know, take it with a pinch of salt. But yeah, as I said, it can move around there. Me too. If it goes there, probably even before that. Yeah. I mean, look, we're talking about, these are like predictions. Alex Bitcoin says Pendle can do a 10x from current levels. Is it a good time to long now? What I would say is that spot is king at the moment. Things are a bit iffy, right? Bitcoin can't make its mind out. It's holiday period, so it's notoriously low on on outcomes and what's going to be happening, and we don't know where. There's no real clear direction, and no real clear right direction ends up meaning that there is no understanding of where we're going, right? So spot is key. It's up to you. But, you know, if you guys want me to do these sort of like predictions of where it can go to, I can do this logarithmic fib retracement for you guys, so you can see where potentially things can go. Because it, you know, the other ones sound correct, but for Pendle, it's showing $200. Imagine if Pendle got to $200 now. What's this? One second. One second, Jess. All right, where are we? Yeah, so that's what I would say. What's the potential price for render? Yeah, of course. For me to do that, press the like button and follow me, and then I'll do that for you. not to be like, because I'm trying to get this spare one to another to a larger following as well. Where are we right now? Right, let's do render. Okay. Render, it looks like $33. That's what render's coming out to be at the moment. Yeah, $33. One second. Right, where are we? Okay, next. Today we listened to your supercomputer. Oh my, is it still? It's probably, it's taking off, right? My computer's taking off. Sorry, my man. Sorry, guys. I apologize. Is it very loud? I apologize, honestly. 30K likes. Let's go to 40K. Yeah, let's go 40K. What's the best meme coin in your opinion? I missed that when you said. Look, I have a lot of I'm very bullish on Andy. I like Andy a lot, right? It recovers well, it pushes well, it goes to you know, it never stays down too long. I there's a lot of good things on that which I really like, and I really do think that is a $1 billion coin in my opinion. In my opinion, that's what I think. And that's where I like to see this being. What is going on? Yeah, all right. That's where I see it going and being too. Nobody knows the future, so it's just a thought, nothing more. But OS good is a dream. Yeah, no, I look. From what I found, right, it's quite like hero there, somewhat accurate. On newer coins, it can give a bit of a false positive, but it can give you ranges where it could potentially go to. What about Ring AI? Yeah, Ring AI. That's an interesting one. Yeah, it is an interesting one. Let me look at Ring AI. Can I ask you guys, can you really hear my computer taking off? Is it really loud? I feel like it's very loud at the moment because it's running a lot at the moment, and that running a lot is can cause issues. Wow, Ring AI has had a pump. But look, it's pulling back from the 200-day EMA. But that looks very good. That's really bullish, that graph. Wow, that's really good graph. We have to see how we react. Where this thing goes parabolic is if it can is if it can hold the 0.0952 area. If it can hold that area, then that's super wild where this goes. If it can go there. If it can punch that area there, that's gonna be crazy. Let's see where it goes from there. That's what I would say. But if I was to give you a understanding of where this could go to, for example, like sometimes they can give like wild numbers. Like for example, with Ring AI, it says $14, which is not. I mean that's it's a bit ridiculous, right? You know what I mean? Sometimes it doesn't work, right? Sometimes it's just like, yeah, okay, that's not right. But sometimes it does give a understanding. I mean, I would say if I was to actually really realistically say it, I would say, you know, more about the $1 mark is something that it's more realistic on where this could go to. Check out Rudolph. What's Rudolph? These are all Christmas memes, man. They're all gonna pump to a level and then disappear into nothing. That's funny because that's probably all other infos do is run that fib on log. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, I'll tell you one thing though. Most of them won't even know what I'm doing. I promise you. I promise you. They just normal. They probably just run a normal fib and then expect that to be the level. This is just like a little. This is just like a little game that you play, that you can play. That's what I would say on that aspect. Yeah, but again, look, you know, if anyone wants to join in on the half a soul to one soul, do so until the end of the day. Send it to Dan and we can go from there. It's only going to help the project. My internet went down. Oh, that's a shame. Underneath, yeah, underneath. I really like underneath. Just to say that, you know, I mean, I'm investing in it from 5 million market cap, so it's done some amazing things. I think it's $1 billion coin, probably deca billion to be honest. I think it's gonna battle with Brett, that one. I want to open a long on AI right now, but not sure which one. There's so many. Yeah, that's the thing. Why do you want to put a long on AI? That out of curiosity. Unfortunately, Maxim, your internet went down. I can't. Nothing will ever be repeated again in this stream. It's over. Which fib tool are you referring to? Just normal fib. Just a normal fib, and then when you go into the settings of the fib, just set it to logarithmic. Make the graph logarithmic, and then pull it from the top. When a graph, though, and one thing I will tell you is that when a graph is just like straight down and it has a little pump here, it's not reliable at all in any way whatsoever. Like, that's not a reliable one to do. God, you know, this... God, never mind. What number is that? What do you mean, what number is that? Can you do it for memes? Or would it work? No, it does. It works for everything. The only thing is that it doesn't work when it's just there's no. It usually works when there's a bit of a movement in the graph. When a graph is just being straight down and it has a little jump, it gives real false reports. That's the thing. The computer is not that loud. Thank you. That makes me think it is. What are you guys trying to say right now? I shouldn't have said that. Thank you. Any suggestions on what to open or long right now? Right now, when you say long, you mean leverage or spot? Cool. Yeah, it's kind of cool, right? It's a cool little thing that a lot of people won't really teach you. In fact, know about, because a lot of these people don't actually trade. Like, they don't really know what they're doing. They have no idea what they're doing, and they're just like screaming at you, and they don't actually trade or do it on that level. Believe me, sometimes sometimes when you sometimes when you look at these people that are doing TA, I just look at them, I just go, oh man, just like, and it's got like 100,000 views on that video. You just go, oh man, there are 100,000 people that have watched this and are thinking that is a way to do it. Especially when they say, this indicator strategy has got a 60% win rate. I'm like, okay, yeah, right, okay, good on you, man. AI will be a game changer this run. Yeah, I think so. AI memes, RWA, and layer ones. I think it's gonna roll around in those things, and it's just gonna be, rolling from one to the other to the other to the other like that. It's just gonna be playing around in that level for sure. Tron tough. I don't know what you mean by that, Brex. The number of support level you said Ring AI needs to hold before going parabolic, as in, oh right, oh okay. So Ring I need to get some water. Ring AI needs to look, if Ring AI can go above and hold 0.09256, then we are in a good place. I think then we're in a very good place, and I think that there is a potential to go higher. I really do think there's a potential to go higher. 1 second. Sorry. Right. Where are we right now? Yeah, that's what I say. Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. I apologize. Around the 0.095 area-ish. Around that area. That area there needs to hold as support, and this will go parabolic. In my opinion. I have fibs and everything, so I will look at that. My tau gives 5,000. No, that's, I have the line in the wrong place. Yeah, no. No, it's about a 10 to 12x on tau. That's what it looks like on those fib things. It's not like 100% the way forward, but I just think any other memes you have conviction. Apart from the big ones like Pepe and Bonk and Mog looks really good. I think Mog's going to be like a $10 billion coin as well. There's a lot of potential in them. There's Ponky looks pretty good. All of those coins are going to be doing really. Mumu looks pretty good, although it's had a bit of a pullback. That kind of stuff. Opinion on Tron by the end of the year. End of the year is going to be hard. I really do think that the market is going to chop for a while. I really do think that's what's going to happen. Let's look at Tron. Tron's looking good, man. That graph is. Tron looks so good. That's such a good graph. And what's really good about the Tron graph at the moment, right? And this is what's oh wow, look, Tron is about to do an SR flip here. Yeah, look, for example, Tron, when you do the fib all-time high, it points at $2.1. $2.1 $2.1. $2.1. So that's about a 10x from here. What's really interesting about Tron, right? What's super interesting about Tron is that it is just created. Let me just make sure. 1 second. Let me just make sure on this, so I can give you guys a clear understanding. 1 second. Tron has created a, yeah, that's cool, man. Tron has just confirmed an SR flip. That's wild. That's actually wild. That's actually wild. Yeah, Tron has just confirmed an SR flip. This is gonna go. This is gonna go, like really go. It has the potential to come back down to around the 0.18, but then this is going to a different planet. This is going to start pushing to its all-time high. So, wow, that's a really good graph. I might actually buy some. I don't know by the end of the year, but that looks really good. Like really good. What's your top 5 coins with the highest return? I don't know, man. That's a wild ask. I don't know, man. How can I help you with that? That's wild. I don't know. That's too much of the Mackie. I wish I could give you that. How about you pick a few that you like, and then I'll look and I'll tell you if that's good or not. That's a better way to do it. Yes, I know, but I have a real question. Those numbers of 5x, 10x are really real. I've never been here. Yeah. Look, I just like I want you guys to understand that when alt season really comes, look, up until this point, you've seen that a lot of the things I've been saying have been coming true, apart from that pullback on Bitcoin, which I was expecting, and it didn't happen. Which, apart from that, but I think everyone was a bit surprised on that one. Most of the things I've said have come true. This is just following my experience on what's happening, and you see that when everything was going red and it was pulling back down, everyone was talking about the alt season's over, everyone's portfolio was down, and I said, look, don't worry, it's just the beginning. For alt, it's just the beginning. I'm like 5-10x's are. I'm being like, I'm saying it conservative is what I'm saying. Conservative is a right way to do it. SR flip. Yeah, so an SR flip, right? Let me explain to you what an SR flip is, right? It's one of the most bullish moves any chart can show you. So what on SR flip is that when you see the all-time high, put a line at the all-time high, whatever the wick. Usually I put it the wick or the body, doesn't matter, but I would wick, because that really is the all-time maximum number that it's reached. You draw that line across. If the graph breaks through there, comes back and shows that as support, or around there as support, that is a formation called an SR flip, which means it's flipping the all-time high into support. What that usually follows is an aggressive push up, an aggressive like pump to another level, right? That aggressive pump to another level is what will be formed from that moment, and it's a real key thing to look for. You need to look for that in every coin, and every coin that's going to get to that level will eventually get there. Some will send harder, and some, I mean, if you look at, I think Pepe did a SR flip. Let me look at Pepe. Let me look at Pepe. It's a part of the Wyckoff accumulation, basically, the Wyckoff structure. Yeah, look, if you look, okay, perfect. This is absolutely perfect. This, if you want to learn what an SR flip is, look at Pepe, right? If you draw a line at the all-time high of Pepe, right the way along, you see that Pepe came, touched that line, and that is a confirmation of an SR flip. That SR flip there, this shows that Pepe is going to run quite aggressively from here as well. That's another one that's going to go to another planet. How is INJ, whatever. That's a mouthful, I can't say it. INJ. 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 Yeah, well, injection. I've got a good bag of INJ as well. Look, and it's rejecting off a key resistance area. So this could potentially come back down to the $25 mark around that area. Test that zone and then retest this upper band. If it can't break that the second time, this will go down much stronger and probably go down towards the $23 mark, and then keep trying until it breaks. Until it breaks that, holds that as support, and then it will take off from there. Short-term plays. Oh. Ton, Ton looks pretty good. Ton is looking very bullish, right? And it's looking very bullish at the moment. And I think it's something that you should really look into. Like it's looking, again, I know I keep talking about, but it really is something that's going to melt faces soon. That's for sure. What do you think about OG Brett? I don't understand what you mean by OG Brett. Tasha, thank you for the follow. Fruit off and testing. Yeah. So I don't know whether to open a long on Grass, Ring AI, or Pendle right now. Yowza, they're all very good, man. They're all very good. I miss Grass. They did that airdrop, and I got the airdrop and I sold it instantaneously. And now I'm kind of regretting that I didn't stay in it, but whatever. Grass is pretty good. Ring AI is looking very good as well. They all look very good, man. It's a very hard one to pick between the three. Let me look at Grass. Let's see what Grass is up to. Oh my god. I should have stayed in Grass. Yeah. 1 second. Okay, so yeah, let me look at, yeah, Grass looks wild. Looks so wild. Now look, the thing with Grass, you have to be careful, because if it can't break through, I wouldn't like longing Grass here. Is, I don't know though. 3 point, like the 3.4715 area is a strong area of resistance, and it's rejected off it the second time. What I would say is that it could potentially come down to the 2.57 area and then try again. It really does, it depends on how this thing is going to react off that level. I mean, like, it's sitting just below it though, and it's tried 4 times before. Yeah, this is probably going to descend actually. This is looking like it wants to break through. Grass looks very good to at this present moment, but just put a tight stop loss on this, really tight stop loss. I would put it around the 3.05 area as a stop loss, below the lowest wick of the previous low, if you're going to do something on that level. What's your price prediction for Tron? So it looked about 11x, 10 to 11x. Thank you so much for sending the rose. Name of this coin, it says FatCat. FatCat. It's a really interesting community thing. We're gonna be having a conversation with Alex Costa, a World War Bitcoin, and also the creator of Soba next week. That is going to play a key part on where this is going to go, and I think it's going to do some really interesting things. So let's see where it goes from there. I think that's what our thought is, and the graph looks super bullish right now, so it's really interesting. And like it's holding around its key level, which is very, very strong. Yeah, FatCat. Hard fracking sent. Thank you so much, hard fracking. That means a lot. Thank you for joining. I wonder if we can get these likes to 40,000. That would be pretty interesting. Yeah, Notcoin also looks really interesting. Brex, it looks really interesting. I actually dropped that into the group. You should. I think it was there. I've drawn all the graphs for that. What's the news tomorrow? I will talk about it tomorrow. It's pretty cool. It's a very unique thing that I've had a conversation with, but it will give you a lot of confidence in holding. I think that's the best way to put it. Stay away from Mr. Rugbull Solana. Really? I thought he was pretty good. I mean, like, his coin is doing really well. I don't know what all of his other things are about, but his coin is doing well. I think it will just bring a good amount of exposure. I don't know. Any type of exposure is good, in my opinion. Like, it should do some good things for FatCat. Let's see. I mean, getting out there and getting to a different audience, and that wider audience is going to only play a good role, because his one's almost hitting 7 million. No, a coin for, yeah, it can happen. That's the thing. Every single one that I've given, even the ones that I've given that I've done well, then gone back and moved up and down, at least they've not rugged. That's the thing that I can say. That's what gives me some confidence that at least that didn't happen. So we'll see where it goes from there. I mean, yeah, it can happen, unfortunately. I'm not saying I know anything more about him, but I think he has a large following in the community and people who have invested in his coin, and it's a similar type of vibe to what's going on, and I think that will play a good role in that sense, as it's a lower market cap. Yeah. I think there's a lot of hello Ollie, how are you guys doing? Guys, if you can, maybe if we can get to the 40k, wonder what TikTok will think if it gets the 40k likes. A little tapping with your finger would be awesome. Stay with FatCat is impossible to. Thank you. I'll get you to 40k likes. All right, Mackie. That sounded like that was a mission. I'll show you guys. Is getting paid to tell us the rogue purchase. I instantly withdraw. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, that's not a good thing. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, I'm trying to, having that, I don't know. I think that any type of, press is good. I know you've had a bad experience with it and this and the other, but that level of press and getting your eyes on it is really important. You on TT? Yes, I know, PG. How's the FatCat looking in your wallet? I think that was lucky you, honestly. Anyway, again, that's the going on again. If you guys are interested, Remember, send it to man. Dan the. I'm gonna actually change him Dan the man, not Dan the Dan. I'm gonna change it to tell him to change it to Dan the man. I thought you're yeah, that as well. That's there to just like, you know, hold the chart, and anyone who's coming to join can listen to it like a podcast, but also see this in the background. You know what I mean? Pin link entry point. Pin link. Let's look at pin link. It's not. It's just on the deck screen page. That's why. Peachy, can you hear my voice on it though? That would be interesting. Let's see what happens in that size. Pin link. Okay, here we go. Pin link. Wow, that is. I don't know. I can't do much with this graph, man. Come on, people, tap. Yeah, 40,000. Let's go. Z, it's hard to do TA on this. It's too new. It's too new, and there's not much. There's not much you can say on this on the entry. We need to see a bit of a pullback on this. It's just following the 21-day EMA on this, so it's just nice and gradual up, which is a good thing, right? That's a very, very good thing. So, yeah, it's a good thing, but I can't really give you too much data on that, unfortunately. How do you leverage trade? Can I learn it? What I will say with leverage trading is that it's very dangerous, right? Because it's the type of trading where you're technically borrowing. And when you're borrowing, you have an every single chance to lose that money. So just be very careful. If you're ever going to do and play in those levels, don't go anything more than 2x. Because that gives you enough of a breathing room to not lose that money. You know what I mean? At least there's a chance that you won't get a margin call. A margin call is where it goes below a point where it states that you can go through, and that will take all your money. There are almost all of the trading platforms have that that aspect to it. How long are you gonna be streaming today? I would say around the 7 o'clock mark. So about an hour and a half more. The reason why is I am going to do you know Bagatelle? I don't know, do you know Bagatelle? It's like a party dinner thing that one of our friends invited us to. He's like one of the investors in the place. Not too sure how much I'm gonna enjoy it, but let's just see. I'm too old to drink and party these days. You know what I mean? I have to meet you on so I can hear what you say. I was thinking, I know how this left. Thank you so much. That's very sweet, Peachy. That's cool, right? Do you think that the large caps ADA, Link, ETH, Sol, etc. still have another? I think more than 1 to 2x. ETH will be less. Sol will definitely have more than 2x in it. Link and ADA, all of them have more than 2x in it. That's what I would say, Jay. That's what I would say. If you want me to look at the graphs, let me know. But try and follow first, and then I'll exchange you to look at the graphs that you want me to in the last few days. But I'm not mad. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. I haven't had too much either. Let's get likes to 100k, peeps. That would be wild. That would be wild. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah. So that's the way it's going. What's the price prediction could be for MPCS, pal? Yeah, of course. Let's look at MPCS. MPCS. Let's see what MPCS is doing. Uh, if you would like, if you want me to do the logarithmic type of progression, let me tell you what it could go to. I'll tell you where this thing can go to. Let me tell you where this can go to. Right. Look, MPCS, what it says here is 10x, 21 cents, 20 cents, actually. Exactly 10x. There's a potential for this to hit exactly 10x from here. That's what I would say. PAL AI or Palm AI. Let's have a look. PAL AI. Oh no, that's Palm AI. Palm AI looks. Oh, let me 1 second. Well, I'm only 1 hour. Yeah. Palm AI hasn't. I mean, it might pull back. It depends. Look, if the day candle on Palm AI. If the day candle on Palm AI can hold. Whoa, what just happened to Palm AI? Someone just bought a huge chunk of Palm AI right in front of my eyes. That was that was wild. That was wild. That was wild. That was a big buy. My God, that was a huge buy. Okay, look, if Palm AI the day candle can close and hold above, what is this number here? 1.13 area. If it can hold around 1.13, yeah, 1.13. If you can hold above there, this is going up. This is a local SR flip, right? That's what I would call this. It's a key area of resistance. It breaks it, supports it, and then sends from there. Palm AI potentially, if we look at the logarithmic graph on here, has a Palm AI could potentially get to $7.50, where we will see some heavy resistance on that aspect. And if you look at PAL AI, why can't I find PAL AI here? 1 second. Why can't I find PAL AI? Let's try it this way. It's not coming up on TradingView for some reason. Ah. Why can't I find this on TradingView? What is going on? For some reason it's not coming up TradingView, man. Sorry, I apologize. But palm all those levels that I showed you. I don't know why it didn't come up. Okay, where are we here? Thoughts on H bar price and he. Yeah. Funny enough, Ross, Alex Costa and I are going to be doing a live about FatCat, so it might be interesting for you to have a look in it. It's at a really good area right now, and I could see this coin hitting the same levels as him. He's actually shouted me out in his channel. This is Alvarez, by the way. Let's look at he. He is looking good at the moment. Like he is holding its it's holding its 21-day EMA really strong. It's above its 200-day moving average. It's holding support at a key resistance area. This looks good. He looks good. I think he's now launched some NFT project or something like that, which should help the project as well. So this looks pretty good. H bar. Let's look at H bar. H bar. Look, look, H bar is pretty good. Like it's gain support at a key resistance area, which is great, right? This looks like it's gonna go. Where H bar actually goes parabolic, like really goes parabolic, is when it can create an SR flip at all-time high, so 0.118 area. If it can break above there, hold that as support, and then it will fly off from there. Come on, Mac, 100k likes, keep it tapping. Thank you so much, Vici. Is this a new account? No, it's not a new account. It's just my sub account. I created one and some while back, and I hadn't really done anything to it because I thought, it's always good to have a spare one. So this is while we're just waiting on what's going to happen. Check out VGX. VGX. David. VGX that's, I don't want to say, but that's a terrible graph. What's happened to this coin, man? Oof. That's a terrible looking graph. I'm sorry, my man. I mean, there's one positive that it's holding its base it developed a base at the 0.00886 area. But this has a lot of work to go before it goes anywhere. This needs to chop for quite some time, and then it will need to break above the 0.04816 area before you can even think about anything of this going to another level, man. David, I'm sorry to say this to you. Doing that fib algorithm on Rune, it's hilarious. If you don't do it properly, right? Rune, see, this is the thing. You need to do from the year beginning, not from previous run, because then it starts getting to like, to numbers where you're just like, come on, it can't be $1 million. So don't do it from the previous. Do it from the year start. Hold that as the base, or do it locally, and you'll understand where it will go to. Can you look at he and Soba? I looked at he looks pretty good. Let me look at Soba. That's funny. Soba looks good as well. Look, there's a local top developing on this, which is slightly a bit worrying. But I don't think there's too much to worry too much about. They're all really new. This is the thing. Everything's really new. You have to see what the graph will do at the 0.00953,198 area. But I have high conviction that he's working hard. Anyone that's a influencer that's working hard on the coin will eventually push it to the next level for sure. That's what I think. What about biotech meme, please? I got $10 last night. Biotech meme. biotech. Biotech. Biotech meme. I don't know where it is, Peachy. Unfortunately, is it really new? If it's really new, sometimes TradingView doesn't have it, and Deck Screener is currently being is currently in use at the moment. Right, what else? Grabbed a bag of FatCat. Thank you so much, David. If you message it to Dan the Dan, you'll be entered into a potential one sol return. I'm going to buy FatCat soon, mate. Thank you so much, Hail. That means a lot, honestly. I think it's in a good space, and I think once we start doing those lives, it's going to make a big difference. Hopefully, working hard, trying to get to next levels. Too broke at the moment, but I'm working on making some trades here and get some. Yeah, Peachy's fine. Whatever. It's not. There's nothing. Support is more important than purchase. It's all right. Honestly. Are there video tutors on SR flips? No. I'm sure there are, but they're probably all terrible. They're probably all terrible. Richard, they're all terrible, right? That's just the simplest understanding of an SR flip is when there is a key level of resistance, or a key level of resistance. Usually, it states as the all-time high. When it turns all-time high into support, that's it. That's the best way to describe it. Simple. Look, trading, right? And this is why the way that I talk about and the way that I teach it is simplicity is king. The more simple it is, the higher chance of it working. When you start getting into a million indicators, I would turn off as many indicators as you can possibly can. Just keep the two that I keep telling you. Spaceman BTC and the 21, 50, 200 EMA and the 200 MA. That's it. That's all you need. Genuinely, that's all you need, and support and resistance lines that you can do on yourself. It's honestly all you need. Top hold is 40%. Oh, that is not dangerous. It's a influencer coin, so all of that is done on that level. There's no how can I say? You either if you talk to anyone in this community, they'll explain to you the situation, why that is that way, and why it's going in that direction, and what's the situation. We do giveaways and all that kind of stuff. It's so, and understand that the people who are there are, I can't say it here. Let's just say it that way. But you should have no problem. Can you explain the level benefit of buying into with FatCat, and how do we notify you if we in our group there is a place where there says prizes, and you notify that person there, or you can send it directly to me as well. And one other thing, there are places where I think every single one that's rugged has had a perfect looking distribution. Don't forget that. And a lot of these type of things that we play with people that are doxed and understand every single aspect of it. And to get something successful, you need to be able to hold that base and stop manipulation in these type of coins. One day ago, okay. Man, I got your 40K. Oh yeah, Mackie. Oh my God, rest that thumb. Rest that thumb. I want to get 1 million. Yeah, sure, Peachy, whatever. There's no rush. There's no rush in this. We're all. It's the progressive slow move is always better than the fast pump up, because that causes panic selling when things go in a different direction. I love your honesty. Yeah, man, Richard, I'm honest. I've got nothing to hide. I will be honestly. I have absolutely nothing to hide. That's it. How do I purchase crypto using credit card if I am in the UK? Phantom. Yeah, credit card is hard, especially in the UK. They don't allow that kind of stuff. You can't really get away from those type of things. It's very hard. Like I wouldn't. I would be. I think. I think there's a. I think there's a few of them. I'm almost certain that Coinbase allows you to do a credit card, or they did. I don't know. I'm not too sure. Really, I don't know. Can you repeat, please? What do you want me to repeat, Gigi? Mac, use MoonPay, then transfer to Phantom. Yeah, okay, that's quite cool. That's actually really clever. I know, but I'm learning a lot, so I'm really having a great time. Thank you, Peachy, honestly. Look, if there's anything else, you again experiencing a lot of time in this, you kind of is that allowed in the UK? I don't know, man. Mackie, I have no idea. Chap, thank you so much for the follow. Sorry, I missed talk about Fibonacci lines. Can you repeat the settings I must set? Okay, now this thing is very specific to understand where a coin could potentially go. It's not just where it could potentially go, where a lot of people will be taking profits, right? And there is a potential of it to get there. And the way it works, right? Mackie, for you, I'm explaining. Thank you for the 40,000 likes. Let's try and get it to 100,000. Come on, 50 is 8,000 away. What I would say is that what you do is you go onto to your trading view. You go on to the right, you know, where all the values are. You go all the way to the bottom, and when you go there, you'll see like an A and an L will appear when you drag your cursor in that direction. When you drag your cursor in that direction, you see the logarithmic. As you may, no, it's just suspended. I think what happened. This is my alternative. I've had this for years, but what happened? I think there was a targeted attack on it, and I've had the second reply back, and they're going to be hopefully tomorrow or the day after that. I will know for sure what's going on. So when you go to that, you go onto the right, you click on the L, which is logarithmic. Then you pull your fib from the top of the wick all the way down to the bottom wick, from all-time high to all-time low. This doesn't always work. If on new coins it works better than ones that have gone through a few cycles, because it can give a false reading. When you pull that, you then go on to the settings of the fib, and the settings is that hexagon with a circle in the middle. You click on that, and you go all the way down to the bottom, and you toggle fib levels based on log scale. Once you do that, if you come up to the 1.618 level, that should give you an area where this coin could potentially go to. That's what I would say. Could potentially go to. It's not always correct. You take things with a pinch of salt, right? But yeah, sometimes when the bottom wick is too aggressively high, it can have that negative effect. Vice versa, left, right, and center. Keep tapping, people. I love you all there. Thank you so much. Thanks for explaining. Yeah, anytime. Yep, on rule, the full cycle gives it 2, 3, 4, and using just the 2024 is $29. Where's Rune at the moment? Let me see if that sounds right. Where's Rune at the moment? Yeah. See, that sounds about right on Rune. $30, what would that be? A 6x? Yeah, that sounds about right. Do you see what I mean? When you do like the year, kind of makes sense. Around that level will be, I think it could potentially go more, but that area there, people will be taking aggressive profits. So it could have a pullback and then break through, but that is kind of a indication of where the top is. That's what I would say. And if you do that with Bitcoin, funny enough, it hits. Actually, what does it do on Bitcoin? 1 second. I think it 1 second. BTC. Max 7, I really like the way that you like to learn so well. It's really good. I like it. Where are we here? So if we go on the 20, yeah, Toncoin is in my opinion is wildly undervalued at the moment. And there's a lot of things that are there's a lot of things that they're doing that is going to bring a lot of liquidity into that coin. A lot of liquidity. One second. Let me do some Bitcoin. Bitcoin. We do this on the, sorry, I'm just trying to be very precise here. Come on. Give or take. Let's just put it there, give or take. It gives a top of Bitcoin around the 180. So yeah, it sounds about right. Sounds about right. That's where it says the 180 is an area where it would 170, 180. Yeah, Toncoin. Yeah, I think Toncoin is very, very undervalued. Phantom only accepts Visa, MasterCard, credit card. I have Amex. Nothing will accept Amex. Just nothing. None of these exchanges is going to accept. No, you keep that mind. I know you're trying to get the miles, Mackie. I get it. I have that mile card as well, right? It's very useful. Those lounges are really nice, and getting those companion cards and all that kind of stuff. Beautiful. But somehow I don't see exchanges utilizing that. That's what I would say for sure. I do like how bougie you are, though. Yeah, I'm gonna use my Amex to trade crypto. As I was saying, okay, what I was saying on there. You're careful with Revolut. Careful with Revolut because I've had a lot of problems with them in the past, and like getting a hold of their customer service is nigh impossible to get hold of. Like literally impossible to get hold of. It's such a difficult thing to get a hold of from them. Yeah. Any other questions, guys? What are you guys thinking about? What's in your minds? What's your thoughts? Hello, Mackie. Get some of those miles. Yeah. Anyway, Peachy, thank you so much for sharing. That means a lot. Coco Jumbo, it's very kind of you. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's going to be interesting. It'd be good to get all of these things moving as well. I'm just curious what's gonna happen on the weekend. That's the real question mark. That's going to be the real understanding of what's happening with Bitcoin, because I think tomorrow, if it's half day trading, that's going to be very messy. It's going to be very messy. But I think Asia will give you an understanding of where tomorrow will land as well. That's what I would say. How can you spot when a coin or stock goes down? What do you mean spot? You need to, Peachy, I would, if I were you, download TradingView. TradingView is really, really important. It's really, really important, because if you can download TradingView, it's the first step on understanding charts and chart structure and start charts moving, right? And that will give you the best understanding of where things will go. That's what I would say. And then all of the things I'm talking about are on there. There's a free version as well. You know, I've actually toggled between having free and paid. You don't need to get paid. I do, because I have 1,000 different options that I use, but you don't necessarily need to. You can build up your portfolios when you have paid though, but I wouldn't need to. It's quite expensive if you're new to the area. I think you should write a book on trading. Oh God, if I had the time to do so. I mean, I think what I might do when things settle down in this market, honestly, is that, because I'm going to be here for the for both, because you know where you really make and learn the best is when it's in the bear run, right? A lot of my investments started in the bear run. A lot of them are, you know, because that's where you learn, that's where your teaching's done, and that's where you can test all these things out. And I think I might do something on that level where I'll do courses and understanding and bit by bit, and even I might even do like a short like step-by-step list on how to do and trade certain areas and what to look for. That's what I would say. I just bought 200 goals of FatCat. I know, I saw. That was live in front of you, man. Thank you so much. Hell, that means a lot. Let's get there, you know. Hopefully when we get these lives going, your investment should be we'll see where it goes. Can you please look at STX? I can't believe that STX I bought XTS quite some time ago, and I thought it was possibly like, I thought it was a bad investment. Genuinely, I thought, okay, it's just a loss, I'll just keep it, whatever. I did the let's wait and see mentality, and then after a year it's done something. After a literal year, it's like, you know what, I think it's time to do something. Yeah, look, XTX has produced a higher low, which is slightly worrying, right? It's ever so slightly worrying. Even the wick is low. Now, what this does, unfortunately, is going to be dependent on Bitcoin. But I would say that this could very well go down to the $2.2 area. I think this is going to test that area if Bitcoin starts to have a wobble. And I think that could be a interesting area to get into this, because STX is doing some really nice movements recently. And there's a lot of movement here. And I think that it could definitely get up to, I mean, its local high, definitely. Above its local high. Most definitely. But I want to get excellent at it. Yeah, it takes a lot of time. Just, if I were you, I would start to just learn about, you know, Peachy, as I said, just get Spaceman BTC key levels, right? Get the EMA, so 21, 50, 200, and the 200 MA. And then start playing around with resistance levels, areas of support, and all that kind of stuff. Learn those first, and then you'll start to understand why TA works. The best way to describe it is that the TA isn't what predicts what happens. It's actually the other way around. It's strange, because people use TA is the reason why the graph goes in that direction. Because if there's enough people that uses that form of analysis, then they will place their bets and work at the graph in that manner, and that will undoubtedly shape the way the graph moves. I'm sure that unless you're a market maker, but then that you need like exceptional amounts of money to get there. I'm sure there's money to be made in the bear market too. Yeah, there is. It's more scalping play though. Scalping play, seeing long-term potentials, and getting into those coins that you know that will do well in the next 4 years. It's more long-term type of investments. You can make like that's where scalping gets into to thing, and that's more advanced stuff. That's where you play with the 2, 3, 5% returns, and it can make you like honestly, making $100, $200 a day, $300 a day is not difficult doing it that way, and it takes not that much amount of time. You don't have to sit there all day to do it. If you do it all day, you can make a lot more than that. Also, you can also lose a lot more from that as well. The book would be a bestseller. I wish. Let's see what we can do with FatCat first before we go anywhere from there. Intuition is not introduction. Yeah, not introduction. Oh, I don't understand. Okay, that's gone. I don't know what you meant. Yes, like the thought of short videos are better understanding. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Just doing like step-by-step videos, step-by-step understandings, so you guys can. It's just I don't. Timing is my problem. I'm doing a lot of stuff at the moment, and I will do it for you. But it's those type of things. Like learning that now is hard. It's very hard because it takes a lot of time, and it's the thing. What I will say to you is that it just helps you with your averages, your odds. That's why when sometimes I think, oh, something's going to go in this direction or something's going to go in that direction. I would say that it gives you a percentage chance. So you would be in the manner of like you help your percentage. So when a lot of, and it's called confluence basically, when you have a lot of confluence where a lot of those TA analyses come together, it means that there are a lot of people that trade these different things all coming to a similar conclusion, and that increases your percentage chance of being right on that decision. uh 1 second. 1 second. Right. What I was talking about. Nice one. Good luck with a raffle. Thank you. No problem, mate. It means a lot, honestly. I bet they had a nice move up. Yeah, they had to move up and then back down again, unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, they're just pushing on calls a lot, and that will happen as well. We need to. There's a certain plan of action, and that plan of action is moving forward, which is all good on that side. Uh, oh, vet is full blown alt season realistic target, please. Do you want me to do the logarithmic on vet? Let's do that. Let's do vet. Right. Uh, where are we here? Okay, I'll give you an understanding of where this can go to. Where is 2024? Yeah, okay, that should be a relevant area. Okay. Let's see, sometimes these fibs do my head in. Okay, here we go. Okay, V chain. It looks the 50 cent mark. So about an 11 to 12x. 11 to 12x around that time. I would say. Cool. Thank you. Of course. I have 5 minute FatCat. I did text him on Telegram yesterday, but oh, really? Oh, do that now. Do that now after the stream when I get off, and then I'll do it straight away. I get a lot. I get a lot of messages when you have when you know all these people asking you and telling you I could do this, I can do that. It's just every day there's like 100 messages. It's crazy. So I've just put these things into to folders, and sometimes I don't see the new messages. So I apologize. It's not for any reason other than that. Anyone else here knows that they're all in their groups. I ordered this card I ordered this card for this very reason and the points. Yeah, yeah. It's the best thing, honestly. That American Express point system is wildly good. I love it. It's so good. Can you look at Notcoin? Where it can go from here? Yeah, of course. He says the best option for beginners. Yeah, for sure. That's really good. You know, there's something called averaging down. So when a coin that you think is bullish in your opinion, you buy as it's going down. You buy more as it goes down. So at the top you buy a little bit, and you increase the amounts that you buy until you get to the very base of where you think it's going to be, and that average price you make is usually a good place to be when you're DCAing in. Let me look at Notcoin. All right. Do you want me to give you an understanding of where this thing can go? Let's do this. It's all hypothetical though. I'll just let you know about that. Yeah. See, look, with not is that right? With Notcoin, it says 11 cents. No, 10 cents. What? That can't be right. 1 second. That would be a 10x. Yeah, about a 10x. 11, 12x. 50K. Oh, yeah. Great teamwork. In your opinion, how do you think Binance and Coinbase decides which coins they list? It's which coins that they have the potential to push down first. Look, what's really funny about those listings, right? Is that they look at the potential of what they're going to make, not what anyone else is even going to think about. It's really important to understand that, like, these exchanges are there to make money for themselves, not for anyone else. So you'll start seeing things like what will happen is that if there is a coin that you think is really good, and it starts to like dump down very aggressively for no reason, you don't understand why, that's usually an exchange or a body trying to push that coin down as far as possible to buy it at a good value. So when they goes into the exchange, that rumor makes them a ton of money, and then on top of that, when he gets onto the exchange, they make even more money. So there's like yes, kind of. It's just the deck screener. Thank you for your TA on the coin. Sent you plenty of likes. Thank you so much. Me appreciate it. Also follow as well. It really helps. Do you think that FatCat will outperform Myro, mate? I would. Oh, my man. My man, that is something that would be wild. If that does, I'll take everyone here on the holiday. The whole team, everyone. I think so. Why not? Why not? It's possible. I don't see why not. There's no reason why it wouldn't. Diamond next would be pack my bags and take Person back to my mother's land to retire. Yeah, look, I'm telling you, alt season is like that. I think I'll do Amex, PayPal, bank account, Coinbase, Phantom. This Maggie, yeah, man. Mog and Michi. Mog, I think is very, very, very good, right? I think Mog has a potential to get to wild numbers. Like I did this on Mog the other day, and I kind of couldn't believe the number. I kind of couldn't believe the number. And I did it several times, and I said, "What is going on right now?" Like, let me explain to you. I did this logarithm with that, and it's just like it doesn't make sense. The number that that comes out. Like, check this out. Check this out. It's wild, the number when you get this. Check this out. Okay, look. When you go to Mog, the number that it says it's going to get to is a 25x from here. It can't be. Like it can't be. Mog, look, Michi's also, I really like Michi. Michi's got a cool idea about it, especially where you can build your own NFTs and all that kind of stuff. That's quite a cool idea. Michi. Let's look at Michi. See, and it's still relatively new, these coins. I mean, there's not much you can do TA-wise on this. But the only problem I have with Michi is that it's just confirmed a level of support as resistance. That's a bit worrying. That would mean that this would come down towards the point 666 level, and then it could bounce off from there. But that looks a bit worrying. BitTorrent price prediction. Is BitTorrent a crypto coin? It is? Wow, I didn't even know that. There must be something. It has been no relation to the actual company, I don't think. BitTorrent looks good. That looks like a good that's a very weird graph. What happened with this coin? What is that drop off? I mean, look, it's at a area that could potentially move. It's been out years. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm just seeing it now. It's at a good area that could move, but where this can go, I don't know. That graph is just diabolical. I don't know what to make of that graph. Like, it can move, but where it's going to move, I can't tell you on this. This is a really messy chart. Really, really messy. It's related to BitTorrent. Okay. BitTorrent is a BTT, same owner. Okay, fine. Right, but then I think Tron's a better bet. I think Tron's a better bet than that. That's what I believe in that aspect. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I would say on that aspect. Thank you so much for the follow. Please, I like your content. Please remove the pumped up address, man. Who's scaring? Oh, right. Yeah, this is okay. Well, we'll do that next time. Don't worry about it. This is he Fox and FatCat will meet on the moon. Yes, thank you. That would be very much appreciated. Thank you so much for the follow. So that's that. Where are we going right now? Chris Simon, thank you so much for joining. Wow, what a marathon stream that has been done in this level. It's crazy. Any other questions, guys? Anything else you guys thinking about on thoughts or understanding on what's happening? Thank you so much for joining from the invite. Thank you very much, everyone. Consider liking and following the page. It's very kind if you guys do so. This is my alt channel. Anything else, guys? Anything else that you guys have in your thoughts? Yes, no, maybe. Do you think I should call it a day and then come back tomorrow and see where we go from there? What are you guys thinking? Payday tomorrow. Which alt should I choose right now? See what Bitcoin does tomorrow. I forgot that it was Thanksgiving in the what was I gonna say? It's Thanksgiving in the US at the moment. So we will see the New York session is when the real money works. So it's gonna be working at half day tomorrow. So wait for all that kind of stuff and see what what your thought is, the understanding of where everything is and what you're going to be buying. A lot of AI coins look very good. Casper looks very good. Render looks very good. All of them look very good at the moment. But if Bitcoin has a more of a aggressive pullback, that aggressive pullback will give you a better entry point on everything. That's what I would say. Live again at 9. No, today I'm going to be up until 7 because I have a I'm going to Bagatelle. If anyone's in New York or knows a Bagatelle, they'll understand what it is. They'll understand the outcome of what that place is. Kind of a cool place. It's like a nightclubby type of thing. One of the people I know is an investor in Bagatelle, so he's invited us all out for dinner and all that kind of stuff. But please get your questions in. I might I'll do another 15 minutes because I've been on for like 2.5 hours, and we can see from there and see what the outcome of that will be. Any other questions, guys? Any other things? Thank you so much for the follow. It means a lot. As many followers and everything else like that, that means an absolute huge amount to this thing. Nice, have fun, have a be a good boy, and don't go tomorrow. Yeah, I think I'm just too old to think of that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Last time I did that, it's a 2-day recovery period now. I remember like tomorrow morning. What happened to? Yeah, so there was a coordinated attack on it. I think that's what happened in that manner. There was there's a real like push from, because what happens is that I have like so many different versions of this account, and I think that they just ganged up on it. But I've got a second reply from TikTok, so we'll see what happens from there. Are you going to be burning tokens live? Yeah, for sure. All of that is coming. There's so much to come. Honestly, there's a lot of things to come as time gets by. Like there's a lot of things that are moving and are going in a certain direction. So don't worry that aspect about it. There's a lot of things that are coming. So I can't wait to show those things when it happens. How old am I? I am 38 at the moment. Thanks to your feedback on VGX law. got a big bag of Dubcat solid team. Yeah, Dubcat's pretty cool. Are there any updates? I've just joined the live. I was on the other account. Yeah, I know. It's all right. Updates in what sense? American, would you have in mind in the updates? In that case, I'll buy some. Hell, that means a lot, honestly. I had mentioned something possibly being announced at the end. Yeah, on Friday, I'm still gonna announce it. It's actually a really cool thing, right? And the people who potentially will cheat right now are going to regret it. I guarantee you. It's going to be a regret. I mean, and it's nothing like what you would expect, like, you know, bans and this and all that kind of stuff. That's gonna happen anyway, right? All that stuff is bullish at you know, in you know, the minimal aspect of thinking about it. But there's gonna be conversations with Alex Costa. There's gonna be conversations and lives with the Soba team, and it's gonna be happening on a weekly basis, right? So it's not gonna be like a small thing. So, and on top of that, what I'm going to announce is badass. It's pretty badass. But there's a lot of work to get it to where we need to get it to get to what I'm talking about. But it's wild. It's a very wild thing. All right. Any more questions and thoughts and everything else like that? Just I appreciate all the people pressing the likes. I appreciate all the people that are following and liking and going all those aspects. It means a lot. You know, I kind of want to get this side to as many followers as well, because it's always good to have that backup channel. Where are we going? Bet up to. Say less here for long run holding almost 2 million. Gonna get 5 before the video on Monday. Okay. Should I hold off? Should I hold off on saying something until next week? What do you guys think? Or should I say something this Friday? Should I? I'm not, because you guys are like you know, the main people that look are true heart followers, and we're all, you know, this is basically our you know, all of us, right? Should I see what happens with my other stuff, build this one up to a certain level, and then do it as a big reveal to everyone else in that manner, or should I just reveal it on Friday? I want you guys' thoughts on that thing. Okay, FET. Let me. FET looks good. The only thing with FET is that it's produced a lower high. I don't like it when they do that type of thing, because it means that there is a potential that this thing can go down further. I see this thing testing I see this thing possibly testing around the $1 area. I think there's a possibility of that happening, especially if it can't hold above the EMA, but it looks like it's holding above the EMA. Which could actually mean this is going to send, to be honest. If the day candle closes above the 1.5 area, that will shoot up to the next level. That's for sure. We need to promote FatCat. I will make a flag and lift it to Big Ben. Maybe wait into the main account. Yeah, that could be. It could be something that. No, when I look, I'm not the boss. Don't think about it in that way. Just think about it in a manner in which, well, look, it's our thing, right? So we all make the choice and understanding and thought together. That's how we move forward. No reveal Friday. Why, Mick? Why do I have to reveal on Friday? I kind of think that it would be better if we. Because the thing is, if by next week, I you know, everything should be back to normal. Fingers crossed. You know, you never know. But by that time, I think we would have had the talks with Alex Costa. I think we would have had the talk with Soba, and hinting it there would would give much more of a hype to a bigger audience, and then do it next Friday. And I think that could be something that could build that hype up better for everyone. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, don't get me wrong. What it is mad. It's very cool, but yeah, I think, I don't know. That might be a better course of action, because I don't know. You know what I mean? You're the boss. It's your call. No, it's not my goal. You guys think. Honestly, tell me what you think. I'm just giving you my ideas. Is Phantom the best place to buy FatCat? Yeah, I would say that it's the easiest way to buy it. Phantom is streamlined its ability to buy those type of meme coins the best. Can you please have a look at Aptos? I did have a look at Aptos, but I will look. I look at Aptos and CSwap. Yeah, do that. Hype definitely is good. Plus, if you're going to be better informed, I believe the best. Yeah, I think that's a better play, in my opinion. Because then what it also can do is that it can also get out the cheaters, the people that are like, you know what I mean, are there to just try and make money rather than look for the long term. I think that would be a good thing to do as well. We'll see. Who knows? Let me look at Aptos. I'll look at Aptos and I'll look at CSwap, and then I will call today a day. CSwap. CSwap looks good. That's a very bullish chart, CSwap. Yeah, this is a very bullish chart. I mean, it does need to hold above the 0.08 area. That's for sure. That needs to be held as support, and from there, I think the next area that it will see resistance is the yeah, from there on, the next area of resistance, I would say it's about, yeah, CSwap looks good. The next area would be around the 12 cent area after that point, but it needs to hold that 0.786 area as support before it can do anything. It's rejecting off that because there's a lot of resistance around that area there. And Aptos, let me look at Aptos. Let me look at Aptos. Aptos looks good. Aptos looks very, very good. This is waiting for Bitcoin. Aptos's next level is $19.3 dollars. That's for sure. Yeah, that looks very good. 1 second. Okay, let's see a few more things, and then I will. Pin link. Oh, sorry. Okay, pin link, and then I'm off because I've done a super long stream today. Oh yeah, I looked at pin. There's not much I can say about pin link. It's way too new, and there's basically no TA that I can do on this. What's my thought on Dogecoin? Dogecoin is very good. It's going to do very well, but be very careful, because if that Doge department isn't built, because it's not as easy as Trump says. You need to go through congressional approval before anything of that can be done. But I think it will be. I think it's going to do very, very well. The thing with Pinlink, it's just following the trend line. It's above the 21-day EMA. There's not much I can say on this. It's too new. There's not enough analysis. None of the EMAs even work on this thing. So it looks good. It looks good, and it's following. And the way it's following, it's very, very bullish. It's a gradual ticking up, and that plays a lot in this type of market. That's what I would say. and have a gold party. Yeah, cheers, bro. Appreciate it. You mean peak pool run for CWAP? Yeah, yeah. The CSWAP is no, I wouldn't say peak. I think you can go even higher than that. I left, came back, and you're still on. Yeah, I know, Nina. I know. All right, guys, I'm gonna call this a day. It's been almost 3 hours. Yeah, almost 3 hours, and then I will catch you guys later. All right. Thank you so much for joining, and let's see where everything goes from here. And I will catch you guys later. Check out the videos, check out other things, like, share, and all the other things. Let's try and get this alt one up as well, as a precautionary for next time. Yeah. Take care, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining, and we will go from there.